Welcome to another edition of Meet the Lawyer at LoTempio PC Law Group. Today we have Nora Dillon. Nora has been with our office, as she just told me, exactly 2 years and 5 months. Nora is our dual threat in the office. Nora takes care of our workers' compensation department, and she takes care of our family law department. Nora comes from a long line of tremendous attorneys, very famous attorneys and judges in the Buffalo area, and Nora has an interesting story which we'll get to. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How about you?
Good. So I thought we'd talk about your practice a little bit first. So tell us about your family law career, because that's really where you really started, right?
Yes, I started in family law right after I was admitted in 2002, but it goes back to the year before in 2001. I took the bar exam and got finished and was sending things out on the 10th of September.
Oh, wow.
And on September 11th was when everything fell apart.
Right.
So for the next year, basically no one was hiring. So I started at assigned counsel because I needed something to do. And at that point, the only thing that no one wanted was child support defense. So I took the cases.
Oh, wow.
And that's how it started.
So tell us about your practice now as it pertains to family court. What kind of cases are you handling? What do we do?
LoTempio PC has a very varied family law department. The majority of private practice cases are custody and visitation, but we do custody and visitation and paternity and the Article 10 cases, which are abuse and neglect. We also have a number of cases where we're doing CPS reviews.
What do you like doing the best? The most, I should say.
I like them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I find them interesting to do.
Yeah. And Nora's tough. Nora's a tough litigator who defends her clients, but is also very fair and reasonable, which is why she gets along with other attorneys so well, because she gives good advice to our clients. Tell us about the workers' comp department.
I started in workers' comp a number of years ago and sort of learned it on my own. And then when I came to LoTempio and had the opportunity to do it almost full-time, it was almost like coming back to an old friend. We're one of the few firms that represents injured workers, and I find that very gratifying. Workers' comp is its own special system. It's different than the other courts that we go to, and I find working in it to be very interesting. What I like about the dual nature of my practice here is that I have to change hats, so everything seems fresh.
So give us your educational background.
I went to Narden for 12 years. I did my first year of college at Canisius College, and then I had a 15-year vacation. That's when I was married and had my family.
Yeah.
And after my divorce, I went to ECC, which I recommend to everybody who's thinking about changing careers. And after that, I went to UB for undergrad. I did a year in the political science graduate department. I got a second degree in philosophy as an undergrad, and then I went to law school.
Well, it's amazing. As I tell everybody, I learn a lot about my own employees when we're sitting here having these interviews. I didn't know half of that stuff. But with Nora, I can tell you this, is that Nora did not, we were looking for a workers' comp attorney. And Nora's resume was not chock full of workers' comp, but Nora came into that interview and impressed me and Boyd and Michelle enough, and it's been working out very, very good. So you have 2 daughters.
I do.
Okay. And so what do you like to do on your free time besides hang out with your daughters or work, which is probably 90% of your time?
It is, because the third part of that is that I am the grandmother of triplets. And that takes up as much time as I can possibly get, and I can tell you it's been an adventure from day one.
Yes, I can imagine.
If I may add something.
Sure.
One of the reasons that I interviewed here is that for a good couple of years I worked with your dad.
Yes.
And your dad and I worked really well together, so when I had the opportunity to come over and meet everybody else, I was really looking forward to it.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you just said that. Well, thank you for joining us. If you need any workers' comp work done, or family court work, custody, visitation, paternity, the Article 10 cases, please call our office and speak with Nora Dillon. Thank you.